Hi everyone, my name is Michael and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will learn 4 very important SQL concepts: the where clause, the group by clause, the having, and finally the order by. So to start with, I would like us to take a look at our data set. So let's select, using the select keyword, select all from the SQL data table. Is our table, so let's take a look. So here we can see that we have the order ID is a sales data set, the order ID, the customer name, the product category, the quantity, the prices per product, and the order date. That's the date in which the different orders were made. All right, so starting with the where clause. The where clause is used to filter rows in a table, so it helps us to see, or it helps us to select the data we need. So take for instance here, under this price column, we want to see the rows. We just want to see the rows where the price is above 500. So from our question, let's retrieve all orders where the price is greater than what? 500. So the only thing we need to add to this our query here, as we're selecting all orders from this table, we just have to add the where clause. So let's add the where keyword, where price is what? Where price is greater than 500. So if we should run this, we will see only the rows where the price is what? Greater than 500. If we should change here to 600, you will see only the rows where the price is greater than 600. So that is how the where clause works. So moving on to the group by clause. The group by clause, it's actually group rows that have same value. So it groups rows that have same value, and most times after grouping the rows together, you can actually carry out aggregate functions with a group by clause. So what this does is, let's return back to let's see all our data sets, all the rows. Here you can see that we have several rows of customer name. We are taking a look at the customer name column. So we have several rows of customer name, about 12 of it. But with the group by clause, instead of having 12 of them, because here we're having duplicate of these names. John, we're having John here, we have it here, we have it here, because John made orders at different date intervals. So he made an order at that was on the 2nd of January 2024. He also made another order on the 7th of January 2024, like that. The same thing with Mary, made several orders at different dates. So with the group by clause, the group by, we take John and group it. So at the different dates interval, it will take John and group it, Mary and group it. So instead of having John multiple times, you just have John once. So let's write SQL for this. So we are selecting all from this data set. So let's group by. So we want to group by, let's group by customer name. Yes, let's group by customer name, and let's change this place to customer name. So what this does is, we want to selecting customer name, so we want to see this customer name column, you see. So we are grouping by customer name. So if we should run this, instead of having 12 rows of customers, you can see that SQL has been able to, using the group by clause, it has been able to group the about 12 rows into how many rows now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 12 rows, group by clause has been able to group them to 5. So after this, we can carry out aggregate functions on these rows. So answering this question that is here, I say find the total amount spent by each customer in the sales table. So what we can do now is, since we've grouped it already, we can add another column. So the first column is the customer name, which is here. So we can add another column, and that column will be the total amount spent. So in order to get the total amount spent, we use an aggregate function, the sum function. So we sum the prices together. So after summing it, that is all we need. So we've added this. So what we will now get in the output is the customer name and the sum of prices. So if we should run this, you will see that we have the sum of prices by each customer. The sum of price by each customer. Another thing we can do, we can use an alias to change the name of this sum price, the column header. We can change it with alias. So using as total amount spent. Total amount spent. So if we should run this, instead of saying sum price, you will now see total amount spent. So that is how the group by clause works. So moving on to the order by. The order by is used to sort the results. So take for instance, we've gotten the result we needed. If we want to sort it ascending or descending, we use the order by clause. So sorting descending means you will see the highest amount spent. You see, you see the person, the customer that made the highest purchase on top, next like that downward. So if it is sorting ascending, you see the lowest purchase down to the highest. So let's write SQL for that. Let's write a query for that. So this our query is too long, so let's try to make some arrangement to this. So we're selecting customer name, the sum of price as this from this table, then we group by customer name. So I think it's better to read like this. It's better to read like this. So what we do now, we want to order by. So we can add the order by clause. Now order by, remember we want to order by the total amount spent. So we want to see it ascending or descending. So we will now enter the total amount. Remember the name of this thing is total amount spent. So let's order it descending. So I want to see it from the highest to the lowest. So let's run this. You see that David made the highest total amount, spent the highest amount, followed by John, Mary, and Peter and Anna. So that is how the order by clause works. So if we were to answer this question, you say display all orders sorted by price from highest to lowest. So if we were to display all orders, that means displaying all orders means so we're going to select all. It means we'll select all from this table. Okay, select all from the 𝐔𝐞𝐑𝐄 sales data set. So if we should run this, we have this, then we are asked to sort it. We are asked to sort the price from highest to lowest. So we're going to sort it descending. So in order to do this, we can now use the order by clause. Order by. Can I use the order by? We are ordering by what's the price. Remember, the name of the column we are ordering by is price. The price descending. So if we should run this, you see that we have, you see, 1,200 down to 600, like that, down to 400. So if we should change this to ascending, you will now see the lowest. You see the lowest before the highest. You see 400 down to 1,200, like that. So that is how the order by clause works. So moving on to the halving. The halving is used to filter grouped results. So the difference between the halving and the where clause is that the where clause filters rows while the halving filter groups. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Is our query. I want to remove this. Let me remove this. Take a look at this query. Let's remove this order by. So here we grouped this row. Yeah, so here now using the halving keyword here, halving clause here, the halving will help us to filter these grouped rows. So with the halving clause, we can filter to see the customer names that we want to see. So taking for instance, we want to see customers that made purchase or total amounts that has the total amount spent that is above 1,500. So in order to do that, we want to see only the customers that has a total amount spent that is above 1,500. So we don't want to see Anna. We don't want to see Anna. Or take for instance, I want to see customers with total amount spent that is above 2,000. So meaning we don't want to see Anna, which is 1,2. We don't want to see Peter, which is 1,6. So in order to do that, we just have to add the halving clause. So having total amount spent greater than 2,000. If we should run this, you will see that we only have John, Mary, David, because they spent more than 2,000 amount. So that is the halving clause. So guys, this is the end of this video. If you find this video helpful, please do well to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.
Recording stopped.